Good morning or good afternoon, whichever time you are viewing this. My name is Tradisha Hill. I'll be doing the second half of the project with Sam today. So we're just going to dive right in. So the populations that solution focus goes over is with adults, minors, and families. And the settings for these, you can do it with an individual with just the client and the therapist, or you can do it in a group setting, or you can do it as a couples therapy setting. And with that being said, that if you're doing it with a one-on-one or with a group, it could be an involuntary client. And so there may be a little pushback from that. And so there's like 3 different classifications for each set of questions in which you would ask clients once you start this therapy session with them. And the first one's going to be the customers who are willing to make the commitment of change and want to see the solution versus the problem, and are more into finding a solution that's going to fit best for them. And then you have the complaints, who are the ones who really don't see themselves as part of the problem, nor do they see themselves as part of the solution, which makes it really hard to try and help someone find a solution to a problem in which they may be having, such as this random couple you could be doing therapy with. The husband doesn't communicate well and doesn't understand why his wife is constantly trying to get him to talk to her, if what he feels is the best relationship he's had and throughout his many years of dating. Marriage is not the same as dating, I know that, but that's one example. He may not feel as if he is the problem nor the solution to meeting his wife's needs. And then you have the visitors, those who are kind of like those half in, half out kind of people who are, they want change, but they're not too sure about it. They want a solution, but they're not fully invested. And so you can help guide them to their answers and guide them towards whichever way they may be needing to go. But that doesn't always mean that that person is going to take the solution that they have figured out and actually apply it to their lives. So with minors, the practice has been successful with them, especially with the line of questioning in which you can use with them, because if they have a behavioral problem, or if they are like not doing too well in school, or like really recluse to themselves, like it's more of a way to help them understand like probably some things that are going on within their lives and help them all together. I'm trying to think, hold on. Also, it with minors, it also has helped those who have fallen into those high risk roles, those that have fallen into the juvenile sentence, the juvenile route per se, because with such a positive outcome of outlook with this therapy, it gives them something to look forward to and gives them something to like really grasp and really hold on to, something that they may not have had before, and that positivity in their life. So some of the strengths of the therapy, it focuses on the future and not so much on the past. And for it to focus more on the future, it helps clients be able to find the solution in which they are. Because if you're constantly stuck focusing on what happened and what is going on when it happened, and constantly like that's the only focus, and you're not really moving on from that. With this, it really helps the person try and move forward and move and take that first step into moving on from the problem, and really helps them look, like I said, forward to something that's positive and could help them later down the line. And the solutions, they may change, like goals in life, they change. And so as long as they constantly have that positive solution within their bounds and within their goal structure, then it will help them. Like I said, it's been very successful with teens. So, like, they are able to grasp that. Whenever you do it, solution based, whenever you do practice with solution focused brief therapy, one of the main things is you're going to give compliments to your clients. And it's not like, oh, your hair is pretty nice, or, oh, that's a cute blouse, or this, but it's more of a feedback kind of thing, and it reinforced the strengths of the client in which they have found within themselves. And it's like, so what do you think you did that helped you change the outcome of this? What helped you develop that? Those kind of questions. And then there's bridging, which is the more of the clarifying aspect of the therapy, and it helps with setting goals, the expectations of the client, especially setting expectations between the client and the therapist is really important, because you don't want to set them too high or too low to where that person feels as if their needs aren't going to ever reach that potential, or that their needs are too low and will create more problems. It also helps plays to the strengths of the client, in which they are able to bring out in themselves, and it helps goal orient them within the practice. And the main focus is for the client to be able to find these solutions on their own with the strength that they find. Amplification, I don't know if I just said that right, can allow the client to reflect on the change that is happening. So this basically is the part where the therapist would say, so we're going to stop here. We're going to evaluate the changes that are going on in your life and evaluate the steps that have helped you get there, but we're not going to focus on it, because you want to continue to focus on the future within this practice, because that is you want to continue to move forward, but you also don't want to get stuck in the rut. So some of the limitations and shortcomings of this is the positivity. And I know that's really weird to say. It's because when some clients, I'm not going to say all, when some clients feel like there's too much positivity, too much compliment giving of, oh, you're you're moving at a great pace or this and that and the third from their therapist, they can feel like their problems aren't really being discussed. Like, it was like, oh, I hear your problems, but how are we going to fix it? It just goes straight from the problem to the solution. And so clients feel as if the time that they have isn't really focused on the problem and isn't really being evaluated to help them find that positive solution. The simplicity of the therapy is also a shortcoming of it, because basically you are constantly asking questions, and it's different questions in different forms to that client, and it's constantly revolving and helping them find the solutions to their problems, whether it's a short-term problem or it's a long-term problem. But because it's so simple, people find it, or it's been found that it's been kind of passive, if that makes sense. Clients really struggle with social barriers or cognitive skills are also a limitation to this, because they may understand that you're saying, or let me rephrase that. The client may understand the questions that you are giving them, but may not understand the solutions in which they are finding. Therefore, it makes it harder for them to be more active within the therapy itself. So the I keep getting tongue-tied. I'm so sorry, guys. So they feel like their limitation isn't it's holding them back from the proper treatment in which they came to seek. So the major contribution to this is that clients will have the capability to empower themselves to find a positive solution to a problem, and will be able to focus on reaching that solution constantly. And I know it sounds like I keep repeating myself about that, but it is the main focus of this, is that the clients are constantly having a positive outlook on life, and that they are constantly seeing the things that are changing around them, but also seeing that they are getting closer to their goal, and they're goal oriented. So on this very last slide, there is going to be a video that Sam found, which I've watched myself, and I like it, and it explains our therapy really well. And if you would like to, you can watch it. And that's all I got for you. Y'all have a good day.